Our enemies have laid a trap.
Good as a new penny! I feel better already!
It's a mirage!
What's this? I found something. Cassandra's bones! Once they're ash, she'll be vulnerable once more.
Will you do the honors? Or shall I?
From the tiniest spark.
The bones are burnt, and Cassandra is made vulnerable.
Time to cleanse this phantom forest of the lich that haunts it. Now this is valuable. Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister. Wait! Something seems amiss.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
place is fantastic. Imagine all the spectacular experiments one could get up to here.
Spectacular in the right hands, horrific in the wrong.
Greetings, greetings! One of Cassandra's, I presume, yet rather more warm than is her preference, aren't you? And not a hint of rot. Strange, very strange indeed. But who am I to judge? I've been dead at least 100 years, and fashions certainly do change. The alchemist, of course. I think I must have had a proper name once, but there hasn't been much occasion to use it for the past several decades. No, alchemist suits me just fine, don't you think? Why, isn't it obvious? Beautiful alchemy, that science of the gods themselves. Yes, before my change, I was a regular master of the alchemical arts. Tinctures for princes' wounded pride, powders to smooth skin ravaged by time. I could craft them all with ease. These days, of course, I serve only Lady Cassandra. How she discovered a method of extending life without the use of the stone of the philosopher, I cannot say. She never revealed much in the way of secrets to yours truly. But as you can see, I'm as alive, well, nearly so, as I was many years before nature's expiration date. Ah, a kind ruler is she. Leaves me to my experimentations and my devices here, so long as I honor her occasional requests for this and that. Nightmare potions, paralysis salves, essentials for one in her line of work. I haven't heard anything from her esteemed brother in quite some years, though. Tell me, have you word of our great overlord, Brachus Rex? Is that so? Well, my point about changing fashions rings true. Yet his sister seems to be living on quite fine. Very strange considering their forge of soul, but oh my goodness. Could it be that he took his own sister? No, it's much too ghastly. Heavens, a thing like that? Well, you see, it's no secret that the great Brachus Rex and his sister, our own Cassandra, were soul forged from a very young age. This gave them special insights into one another's psyches, and they were inseparably close. It also meant, however, that killing one would kill the other. If, say, Brachus received an arrow through his heart in battle, Cassandra might drop dead over toast and tea halfway around the world. It is impossible to break a forge of souls completely, but it is rumored that certain steps could be taken. If one member of the forge were to be turned, for instance, into a half-living, half-dead creature, he or she would attain a form of immortality. Thus, the fully human member of the pair would be freed of the influence of his or her counterpart. It could be possible that it was Brachus himself who granted Cassandra this certain brand of immortality. Yes, the great king was gaining power quickly. I imagine his greatest vulnerability, Cassandra, had to be dealt with. But it is a terrible fate, you see. A lich, half woman and half corpse, unable to enjoy the pleasures of life, but only to pursue death. To think that one could exact such a fate upon one's own flesh and blood, unfathomable. Ha!
The boar tries to grunt and squeal, but not a note high or low does it produce. Its entire body, the boar energetically points towards the downward sloping path.
Sigurd's beard, what a find!
The sheep's red eyes pierce you, and ropes of saliva drip from its moldy lips as it inspects your warm, living flesh. The sheep inches slightly closer and seems to sniff the air. A low groan bleats from its throat. It's growing hungrier. The sheep's red eyes continue to stare into yours, but it offers you a bit of wool, too. Who knew you'd be so good at this?
You were always the only one.
How she leers at me. I can read the depths of madness in her eyes. Gods above, there must be some kind of way out of here. Source Hunter. Words fail me, like they should a mere animal. Consciousness I will never be able to leave behind, but the taint of humanity all the more. Thank you. For every star in the sky, may the divines bless you. Nothing can deny my true self now. I am Cat. Meow. I was before, Cassandra. Not even your vile magics can change that now.
Your petty victory will end in defeat, my dear. I have eternity itself to craft new spells.
As have I. No lich will hold sway over my body or soul.
Is its own deliverance! On the mend!
What's that gleam?
Now this is valuable.
Cassandra. She is no more. The woman who gave me a new soul. The woman I loved. The sweet girl once ruined by her demonic brother. I know, though it pains me still. All I can do is remind myself that the true Cassandra died the day Brachus took her down into his dungeons. Still, to remind oneself is easy. To accept is not. But let not my torn heart belittle your triumph, Hunter. The Lich is no more, and these woods will wake from a nightmare spun over centuries. I thank you for freeing me and freeing Phantom Forest. Now please, let me return to the shelter plane and gather my thoughts. It has been a long, tough day.
What a journey this has been for Ahu.
Finally it has come to an end, if a bittersweet one.